here we go. Looks like we're starting a little bit different today. Mason, Lucas, Julian, Jackson, Noah. Face off. Goes into Littleton zone. They're going to bring it out. Neutral ice. Noah picks it up, and he's going to take it out off the boards. That's the offside popped out. They're going to call for the offside. Looks like maybe, I know Devin was out getting his knee wrapped. I don't know if he's playing or not today. All right, Mason takes the face off. Face off hits off of Mason Blake, picked up by Julian, goes over to Jackson. Jackson sends it over to Noah. Noah misses his pass off the board, so he's got to come back and come get it. And he loses it, but picked up by Lucas. Lucas tips it out into the bench. So we're going to get a change here. Dane and Declan coming out. And then Gabe, Nolan, and Eli. Face off one by Gabe, goes back to Dane. Dane around the boards looking for Nolan. Nolan springs it up, gets it out of the zone. Eli trying to pick it up. Gabe's there too. Gabe with the drag move. Loses control a little bit in the corner. He's got to go get it. But he's got support by Eli, who dumps it back in behind the net. Gabe now behind the net, trying to work his way in front. Whiffs on the pass, but is able to go off the wall, trying to get it back to Nolan. Nolan shoves it back down. And Gabe and Nolan trying to work here behind the net. Gabe comes out with a nice work by Gabe, dumps it back to Nolan. Nolan trying to swing around, gives it to the point up to Declan. Declan puts it on the net. Not a bad shot. It's off the goalie. Dane activated and comes all the way down, but Declan's there to scoop it up here. So nice play by Declan as he goes and sends it off the boards here, just out of Gabe's reach. Cross, stop, saved by Huey. Dane around the boards now. Eli's going to grab this. He had a lot of space. He's got to know there's space there. As he kind of gave it up to the point. Back to Littleton. Back around the boards here. Let's see if Nolan can get a hold of it. He does. Good job by Nolan to hit it out, but it is going to get called for an icing. So Jackson and Nicholas coming out with Maxim, Alex, and Logan. Face off, saves the dodge, picked up by Jackson. He's going to take it behind the net here. He's going to bring it up the board. They'll lose it though. And Nicholas having to grab it. Nicholas around the glass, looking for Maxim, comes up to the center. Dumps back in, off the boards. Jackson's going to go grab it here. Oh, he lays it off so that Nicholas can run onto it. Nicholas out of the zone, but right back to Littleton. We can't quite get in our flow just yet. Littleton kind of win and play at the moment. Jackson gets shoved in the boards. Hit right through center ice up to the blue line. Shot in, goes wide. Logan picking this up again. It's definitely a physical game. Jackson grabs it now. He's spinning. He gets a little bit of space off the boards with Maxim. Goes behind Maxim, so stays at the line. Finally, Logan gets a hold of it, chips it out. And they just send it right back in. Nicholas grabs it here. He's going to go off the boards looking for Maxim. Littleton on a change. Maxim couldn't hold on to it. So Littleton brings it back out, and they're coming back in with a lot of speed. Good job for Maxim. Pushes him off the puck for that one. Picked up, now it's in front. Jackson hits it back out to Mason. Mason makes a move, gets a little bit of room, trying to get it out. Couldn't get enough space. Maxim backhands it, goes right back to Littleton. Shot in. I think Maxim drew a trip. So I think we're going to go on the power play here. I believe, off the trip for Littleton. Looks like we're going Declan, Gabe, Mason, Julian, and Lucas. Not sure who's going to play the point of Devin. I'm guessing Lucas is going to play Devin's position. Littleton able to get a hold of it, and they're just going to get a little room blocked by Julian up front here. Julian gets it to Mason. Mason back up for Lucas. Lucas back to Mason. Mason back to Lucas. Lucas brings it in, shot right off the crotch of Littleton. Lucas again now. Shovels it across. Mason trying to get it down deep to Julian. He's able to maintain control, does get it down to Julian. Julian into the dots, lays it off for Mason in the corner. Mason all the way back for Lucas. Lucas shoveling across for Mason. Mason turns, loads up a shot. Saved by the goalie. Not a bad shot. It was screened pretty well in front by Declan, but not able to get that one in. Minute 22 is still left here on the power play. Face-off one, comes back to Lucas. Lucas to Mason. Mason shot again, put in, it's loose up front, backhanded by Julian, and finally scooped up by the goalie. Got a little pushing and shoving in front, because I think Declan gave kind of an extra shot to the goalie, but kind of happened about the same time as the whistle, so. All right, same five staying out there. Face off, hit by, I don't know who won it, but it came back to our zone. Lucas has to come back to collect it here. Lucas behind the net as we're going to recollect. Mason's going to bring this up. Mason through neutral ice. He chases right on the heels of Julian, unfortunately. Comes into the zone, gets hit off the puck, and Littleton able to clear it all the way down. Huey sends it up for Declan here. Declan chips it up into the middle, but Littleton just going to push it right back down. Mason having to reflect this again. 40 seconds left here on the power play. Mason shovels it over for Gabe, who lays it off for Lucas. We've got Maxim in there now. We are getting a couple of the second unit on. Lays it off in front for Lucas. Shot in by Julian, goes just wide. Lucas grabs it now. And he's going to take it along the blue line. Holds on to it. Nice job. And it comes back to the opposite corner for Julian. Julian in the corner. Mason trying to work with him. Mason lays it back for Lucas. Lucas back for Mason. Mason shot. Shot went high. Someone's got to come back to get this guy in the box here. Got two fresh bodies now out there as Littleton chips it out. Eli tried to glove it down. Nolan's swinging it around the boards. But nobody there on the other side just yet. We're still on like kind of a partial change. Shot in, saved by Huey. Got a neck guard out on the ice. Jackson gets it over to Noah. Noah trying to get it off the glass for Nolan. Nolan with the stick lift. Maxim loses it. Able to get out. Nice job by Noah. That he does get it out of the zone. Littleton puts it right back in. Slowed down by Huey. He gives it to Jackson. Nice move by Jackson. So he gets himself a little space. And then he gets it poked off his stick, but it falls to Maxim. So Maxim now able to take it in. Maxim along the boards now. And held in by Maxim. Back down deep. Mason trying to get it here in the corner. No, that's Alex. Alex trying to get it in the corner. Comes over to the opposite corner as they chip it up all the way into the corner. And I think they're going to either call it offsides or high stick, not sure, but it is going to come out of the zone here. All right, Nicholas Dane in with Gabe, Alex, and Logan. Gabe to take this face off here. Face off, shoots into the corner. Alex going to go give chase there. And Logan fighting in the corner too as Littleton sends it across, jumps over Littleton's stick, so Gabe and Dane activate, trying to get a hold of it. Dane gets a hold of it, trying to dump it back down to Gabe. They're battling away here in the corner. Comes out, Logan picks it up, and he just shoves it to open ice on the other corner. Littleton able to get their breakout here, but they're going to ice the puck. So good pressure by that group to keep it down there. We're going to get a change here. Julian and Mason coming out, Lucas, and Dane and Nicholas staying out on the blue line. Face off one. Nicholas chips it in backhand into the corner. Dane goes to try to get it, gets it up to Lucas. Lucas gets checked off the puck as Littleton brings it in here. Shot in, saved by Huey, back to the corner. Nicholas trying to get possession of the puck. He's got Mason helping him out. And shot in front, but deflected wide by Dane. Littleton still has a hold of it. They knock it off. Save, Walker saved by Huey. Julian and Mason trying to get it off the boards. Can't get a hold of it and deflected up into the netting by Huey. Right, Declan Noah coming out now with Gabe, Eli, and Nolan. Face off one. Couldn't quite get it out of the zone. Gets sent opposite sides. It's picked up by Eli, who sends it off. And they're going to send it across ice. Declan's going to go get a hold of this. They pop it into the corner. So Noah and Declan, a little miscommunication on who was going to go get that puck. And now we're trying to get a hold of it here. Declan able to grab it. Declan popping it over for Eli. Eli couldn't quite hold on to it, so Littleton just sends it right back in. Tipped off the boards. And out. That's out. So offsides for Littleton, so it'll come out of the zone here. So Mason, Lucas, Julian. Face-off comes out, and Littleton just pops it back in. Noah goes to grab it here. Heels around the boards. Lucas trying to go get it along the wings as they send it in. Blocked in front. Now Mason picks this up. Off the boards here to Julian. Julian grabs this. Skips over Julian's stick as we come down into the opposite corner here. Now Lucas going to go get this here. And it comes out. So they send it over. Noah now working on his guy. He's going to push his guy on the puck just a little bit. They send it down deep. Good stick work by Declan to keep it free. Popped out by Lucas. And Julian having to go hustle down deep here. They're going to swing it along the boards. Lucas trying to pick it up here on the near side. Gets popped out to Littleton. Kind of lucky bounce. They had a guy right there. And we got Nicholas and Jackson out there on defense now. Mason grabs it. He spins, gets a little bit of space, trying to knock it up to Lucas. Didn't get enough on it. Littleton grabs it as they bring it in, backhanded. Squirted through Huey. And Jackson hit it into the corner. That was a close one. Jackson grabs it now. He takes it along the boards, gets it out. It's touched by Lucas, so no icing. It was touched, but they say it was not touched. So all the way down it comes. And we got Dane and Noah out there now. Maxim, Alex, and Logan and Dane. Face-off stays in the dot, picked up by Dane. Noah shoves it back for Dane. Dane along the boards looking for Logan. Logan picks it off the glass, does get it out of the zone, but can't get possession of it. Just can't quite seem to get good possession of the puck, and when we have time, we're just getting rid of it too quick. Noah now. He's going to get some room. Skated kid. He gets flushed into the boards. And back in it goes. Maxim in there now. He grabs a hold of this puck. And he goes off the boards to Mason. Doesn't quite pop it up though, right? As back to the corner it comes.
By us?
Shot in.
The penalty on us?
We're going to get called for a penalty. So Alex is going to sit 2 minutes.
Huh?
Dane and Noah staying out on the blue line here. We got Eli and Nolan. Faceoff comes out to the point. Back into the dot here. They shoot it through the screen. Luckily, it was high and wide. I don't think Huey saw that at all. Eli shoveling it all the way down. Good job by Eli. As he's going to go in on the forecheck. Takes it from the goalie. And just lays it back. Nolan, though, going to go get it here. Good job. And here comes Littleton now back on their breakout. Littleton brings it to the corner here. As they are set up, and he's in the dot. Shot high and wide. He cannot let that one from Sudbeck shoot from the dots. He's kind of like Julian. He's got a very good shot. So nice job by Dane to just muscle it out of there. Good pressure by him as he comes back into the zone. We are able to get a fresh forward out there. And they lay it back to the point. With a slapper saved by Jackson. So Nicholas and Declan coming in. So got about 55 minutes left here. Maxim as a forward with Gabe. Face-off won by Gabe, but unfortunately popped right back up into shorts and came out. Littleton, a little bit luck for us as it hits off a Littleton skate and out. So Littleton having to regroup here. Littleton here on the regroup as they bring it in. They lay it off, but picked off by Maxim. Still loose in front though. We couldn't quite get enough on it. Still along the boards, comes out to the point, goes all the way across the ice. Got in across. Lucky us. That kid couldn't hold that pass because that goal mouth was wide open as Jackson was making his push across there. All right, lay it off here at the point. Back across. And shot in and missed on the one-timer. Gabe lifts the stick, gets a hold of it, and sends it out of the zone. And that'll do it for the PK as we got Lucas in there now. And put in on a high stick by Gabe and put down by Huey.
Way to go, Kennedy Hill. Good boys.
Good job on the PK there. Make Julian, Mason, and Lucas out there now. Dane and Jackson. Face off, saves the dots. Julian goes to pick it up, can't quite grab it. Littleton sends it around the boards. Dane goes to try to go get it as it gets back down there. Jackson having to get it. And he's able to get a stick to it, gets it to Mason. Mason trying to pop it up to Julian. Julian trying to pop it loose, but it's lost in his skate, so Jackson has to throw it. Jackson's coming back around. He gets it back up to. He can't quite get it back up. Now, no one's really getting possession of it. Stuck. Littleton comes out with it. They send it right to the slot, picked up by Dane. Dane can't get it out. And Shannon through the screen, saved by Huey. Jackson gets it up to Julian now. And Julian pops it along the boards. Good job by Jackson. Shoves Sudbeck off the puck here. And it's stuck. Mason able to dig it out, flops it to Dane. Dane gets it over to Lucas. And Lucas able to pop it by. A little bit of an interference there, but no call. As Littleton now working on their breakout. Littleton popping it off the boards, held in by Jackson. Picked up by Lucas. And Noah sends it up for Lucas again, who puts it in off the glass. So we're getting a full change here. As Eli goes charging in there. Comes off the boards. Eli picks it up, gets through. Eli into the zone now. He's trying to work it. He goes behind the net. And then dumps it back for Gabe. goes back behind Gabe though, so Nolan, I think that's Nolan trying to get it back to Gabe. Gabe in the corner goes back up to the point. Declan goes ahead and sends it in off the skate and wide. Noah couldn't quite get to that as it rolls out, and Eli having to come back here. Eli popping it up for Nolan, goes just wide of Nolan to see if Nolan can touch it. He does touch it. Nice work by Nolan to touch that, so we didn't get an icing call.
Good job, Nolan.
Gabe pressuring too. Down low. Gabe gets a hold of this. Gabe trying to work behind the net, trying to find an opening. Nolan's working in the corner now, pops out. Declan sends it in, gets sticked by the goalie wide. Gabe gets a hold of it. Back out wide to the point for Noah. Noah sends it back for Gabe. Gabe backhanding it for Nolan. Just got to get some shots to the net, boys. Up front by Nolan. Nice setup there. Gabe and the kid stick collided, though, at the same time. Couldn't get enough forward momentum going forward. But here comes Littleton on the breakout. They're going to pump it into the zone.
No! He fell down!
I think Declan's going to get called for an interference, but it was kind of just really unlucky. He was just turning around to retrieve the puck.
That's a bad call.
The kid kind of collided with him and went down, so totally incidental contact. Kind of a weak call, but Declan is going to get called for it here. All right, so we got Dane and Jackson out with Mason and Lucas. Back on the PK as it comes out to the point. Wrapped across, shot into the slot, sticked off by Mason, shot back across. And back up wide. Shot in, saved by Huey, good save by Huey. And Mason able to get a hold of it. Mason gets it out, nice work by Mason. And here comes Littleton down. And they just shove it in. Jackson holds it. He gets shoved off the board, gives it to Dane. Dane still's got a hold of it. Nope. Someone lost the stick. But Lucas able to get a hold of it, and he pitches it up into the bench. So unfortunately, I think that face-off is going to come back into the zone because Lucas pitched it out just before he made the blue line. All right, Noah coming in with Nicholas, and we've got Maxim and Julian. Face-off won by Littleton, comes out to the blue line. After the point deflected, Julian deflected that up really softly, and Huey batted it down. And then we're able to send it all the way down here. About a minute left in the period and about a minute left on the PK. So let's see if we can get out of this period here. Nice good poke by Maxim. Keep him out of the zone. Maxim's working hard. And Littleton brings it in here. Noah's going to grab it. And he's going to wrap it around, get a little bit of space, and send it all the way down. Blocked and kept in by Littleton. Good keep by Littleton. Sent across. Nice check by Noah. Noah using the body. Sent back across. Blocked by Nicky. And Julian got it. He gets tripped! So Julian gets tripped. So Littleton's going to take a penalty here at the end of the period. So we'll go 4-on-4 with the remaining 8 seconds. And then we'll have about 10 seconds of 4-on-4 when we come back, and then we'll be on the power play for just a little bit.
Good job, boys!
So good work on the penalty kill group. So 4-on-4, we got Gabe, Lucas, Mason, and Julian. Comes out. Lucas trying to get a hold of it, gets tripped up, no call. 3 seconds left. They're just going to hold it in the corner until the period buzzes out here. All right, starting how we came off. Lucas Mason, Gabe, and Julian. Face-off stays in the dot, picked up by Lucas. He bats it back to Julian. Julian off the boards for Lucas. Not a great pass, unfortunately, as it comes back in the zone. Nice job, though, to get it back or get it off the stick and back down low. Julian gets a hold of it. Hopefully he brings this up and gets some speed. He's got some speed going as he brings it into the zone. He gets around one, gets around two, looks behind the net there, looking for loose up front. And we are set up for a power play. Nice bring in by Julian. And Lucas now working, gets it to Mason. Mason with a shot. It's loose in front. Oh, squirted through the crease. Couldn't quite get enough on it. And Littleton able to send it all the way down. That was a close one. All right, sent over for Declan. Declan sends it across for Gabe. Gabe trying to bring it in here. Picked up by Julian. And Declan gets it down low. Gets it over to Mason. We are set up again. Good job by this unit. Let's see if we can capitalize. Shot in by Lucas up high. Gotta keep those down just a little bit, Lucas. Try again, bud. Off to send it to Gabe. Gabe across for Mason. Mason hold on to it. Drops it for Lucas. Lucas in a little bit of room. Gets it to Mason. Mason with the shot.
I got him.
That was good. Julian to Lucas to Mason. Nice job by that unit. Power play goal. That was pretty. That was pretty. So even though I will say that the ice is tilted in Littleton's favor at the moment, it does hurt us not having three of our big 16-year-olds. Mason pops one in on his opportunity, and I love it. All right, Logan, Maxim, and Alex out there, Jackson and Dane. Face off won by Littleton. Maxim able to get poked over. There goes Logan. Come on, Logan. Oh, puts it in. We got, Maxim on the rebound, but it hit off his body. Jackson activates. He's able to shove it down, back down deep into the corner. And Alex fighting. Good fight by Alex. Getting some help in there. Sorry, Alex and Logan both fighting hard in the corner there. And Jackson pokes it in. Stays stuck in the skates and finally bounces. Oh, there he goes. Logan, get it, buddy. Backhand. Oh, Logan almost with the backhand. As it comes down to the zone, Jackson grabs it, and he takes it off the boards here. He's going to get a little bit of space and room, and Dane's going to pick it back up, send it back to Jackson. Jackson circling around. He loses his footing, and puck gets sent up here. So Littleton breaks it in, deflected by Jackson into the corner. Dane's going to get it. He goes along the boards, trying to pop it there to Nolan. Nolan couldn't quite get a hold of it, so Littleton and Eli grabs it now. Eli couldn't get it out of the zone and dumped into the corner. Jackson's going to have to go this as he got some pressure on him. And he's able to win the puck and get it up to Eli. And here goes Eli on the breakout here. Eli getting some space, makes the red line, dumps it in. Good job. We're going to get a partial change here. Eli and Nolan holding it down in possession, makes his way to Julian, who pops it in, no problem with that. Littleton able to dig it out. Noah now on the blue line here as he's trying to get along the boards. It's along the boards now. Can't really see what's happening. Deflected by Gabe. Woo, gosh, Noah almost deflected that in. Glad he didn't touch that because Huey could see it the whole way. And Noah would have hit that, and it would have changed trajectory and been bad. So luckily, Noah's not a baseball player and did not pluck that out of the air. Thank God. And still a 1-0 lead here. Okay, Gabe in there. Wins the face-off to Noah. Noah backhands it, looking for Nicholas and Nolan along the boards. Weren't able to quite grab a hold of it. Littleton now working into the circles. They backhand it. Nice save by Huey. Littleton now gets it. They shove it down deep, but Noah's there, and he puts it right up the boards to Nolan. Nolan bringing it back in. Nolan working on the breakout, and we're able to get it up to Eli. Eli does get it out, and then he gets pushed off the puck and just misses Gabe on the pass from his knees. Shot in, saved by Huey. Goes behind. And Noah picks it up. You got a lot of space, kid. Skate, skate, skate. Noah knocks it to Nicky. Mickey off the board. Picked off by Gabe. We can't get that lucky bounce. Send him behind the net, and send up, and all the way down for an icing.
Let's go.
It's a nice job by that group to kind of weather the storm after the goal. Obviously, you knew Littleton was going to come out hard and fast after getting scored on the power play. All right, Dane and Declan out there. Lucas, Julian, Mason. Face off one. Julian able to get it to Dane. Dane pops it back down into the corner. Nathan getting it behind the net. And Lucas trying to help out too. Trying to get a hold of it. No one's really got good possession. Pops all the way out to Declan. Declan's going to grab it. Sends it towards the net. Hits off the shin guard. Comes out, but now Dane grabs it and he just pushes it back down deep. Lucas, Dane going on the fence. Nice job by Dane. Good hustle.
Job, Dane.
And Littleton able to come up with it though, and they chip it up. Julian's going to bring it down though, as he gets kind of pushed off the puck here. So Mason now on the back check. Good job by Mason to hassle the player enough that he had to bring it out of the zone. So Littleton having to reset here. And they're just going to dump into the corner. Huey's going to send it off the glass. Declan trying to get it up. Can't quite get enough of his stick on it. Julian finally gets a hold of it and loses it. Sent in by Huey. Huey, it's loose in front. Sent wide. Good job. Nice saves by Jackson. And Lucas picks it up here. Lucas trying to get his foot moving, dumps it into the corner. And Mason on the chase. These guys have been up and down the ice 3 times already. Dane having to get it now. He shoved it down deep. Mason and Lucas need a change. They got to be exhausted, but they're still pumping their legs. And whistle blown. Goal off.
That's the slash you're going to call?
Oh, he called a penalty? Alex getting called for the slash, and we are back on the PK. One of these is going to bite us in the butt here pretty soon. We got to be careful. Got Nikki and Jackson, Eli, Nolan. Face off, goes to the side. Eli pressures, gets it. Nice job by Eli. Eli one-on-one. Take a shot, kiddo. Gets off a body in front, but nice job by Eli. Good pressure.
There you go, Eli.
Just being a pest. Love it. And then they're going to work their way in on Eli, and then they're going to slingshot it back like the Avalanche do, as they're going to bring it in here. Nicholas is there. It goes behind the goal, and they're going to bring it back out here. They mishandle it, so Eli's going to grab it, and he's just going to dump it down. Eli's going to go for a change. We got Maxim on the ice now, and Nolan giving pressure here. Nolan able to pressure. Trying to hold it down there. Stalling for some time, and then Nolan's going to come off, and we're going to get Gabe on the ice. So Gabe's got fresh legs. He's going to pump away at it. And they're going to work their way in, down into the corner. Maxim gets it off the boards. Gabe's going to get a hold of this. Gabe just sends it off the glass and up. So we're going to get a fresh defenseman on the ice, and Littleton on their full teams. Got to watch those behind us, though. And Littleton bringing this in. They're going to drop it off at the point, send it down deep into the corner, and back through, deflected in front. Gabe gets a hold of this, and he just brings it off the boards and back down deep. About 30 seconds left here on the PK. And we now have full change as Declan now comes onto the ice. Declan with a nice long stick poke to Gabe. Gabe sends it back down. Gabe and Maxim going off for fresh bodies as Mason and Julian come charging the ice. We almost lost track of Littleton. Jesus. That was totally lucky. We got to watch. Littleton's got that deep bench. They've got the long change, but we got to watch that in their line changes. can't lose track of those blue lines. So kill the penalty. So nice job on the kill. That was 3. Got a little bit of lucky love from the post. And that was close. Anyway, back at it. Cleared out by Dane along the boards, wraps along the glass, and out. And they send it, Littleton sending it back in. Declan grabbing it off the boards up to Dane. Dane trying to send it loose, couldn't quite hold on to it, but gets help from Lucas. And unfortunately, Lucas didn't get the bounce he wanted off the boards and iced the puck. Right, Dane Jackson in. Mason, Lucas, Julian. Face-off won by Mason into the corner. Dane trying to get it now. Mason and Dane having to battle. Littleton comes out with it in the slot. Good stick lift by Julian. Littleton having to regroup here. Littleton off the boards. They mishandle it. Dane grabs it. He's going to send it off the glass. Lucas has to touch up, though. And Littleton now working on their breakout. Good job by Julian. He's able to deflect it. Jackson gets it now. He goes along the boards to Dane. Dane sends it up for Lucas. Lucas to Julian. Julian mishandled it. And it comes back in the zone here. So Jackson having to work. Nice poke by Jackson. Gets it back to Julian, who loses it again over to Dane. But now he gets a hold of it, and he is not able to get it out of the zone. Dane shoves it. Jackson catches out of midair and puts it up off the glass. Nice job by Jackson. As Littleton just shoves it right back down deep. We got to get a breakout here, which means our forwards are going to have to get something going. Here we go. Julian grabbed it. He's going to bring this into the zone. Lucas able to do the stretch pass. Stay on side. He's got space. Shoot it, kid. He holds on to it. And now he shoots it. We did have a screen in front, but unfortunately it's dead center, so the goalie just had to maintain position. But not a bad idea. Shot in, deflected by Nicky. Good job by Nicky. Jackson not able to get it away from both defenders. And Littleton, nice block by Nick again. That's 2 blocks for Nicky. And unfortunately, Nicky iced the puck.
Good job, Nicholas.
Right. Jackson came off for a change. We got Nicky Noah out there with, I think, Alex Nolan and Maxim. 7:17 left here in the second period. Face-off won by Maxim, but shoots it right out back to Littleton, who was waiting for it at the point. Littleton dumps it in. And stuck in the middle. Saved by Huey. Nice save. Sticked out by Noah. Nice job by Noah. Gets the stick in the way. Noah battling for it in the corner off the boards. Right up to the point, though. Saved again by Huey. Noah bodies the kid. Nice job, Noah. Take it up. Noah brings it up himself. Not quite able to. Stuck on the blue line.
He's got it!
There, yeah. Penalty on Littleton. He literally was holding kid's stick. And we go back on the power play.
We didn't tell him that we were going.
That's what third line's for. Don't give up goals and drop penalties.
Yeah. That's perfect. All right, let's see if we can get another one here. All right, Gabe Mason, Julian, Declan, Lucas, face off. Stuck in the dots. Mason trying to get a hold of this. Nice job by Mason. Blaze it back for Lucas. Lucas back up for Mason. Mason able to turn quickly, get it back to Lucas. Lucas back to Mason, but Mason was coming back a little bit. Nice job by Julian to grab a hold of that again. So Lucas bringing it across.
Yep, no.
Shoots it in.
Go, boys!
I think Lucas is trying to shoot it a little harder than that, but it worked out because the pass went right to Julian, who popped it in. He wound up. He had the wind up. But it worked out. So just put shots on net. That's all it is. Put the puck towards the net. Nice finish by Julian to pop it in far side. And we're up 2-0. Let's not let up on these guys, though. That's 2 apples for Lucas. And goalie's just going to cover it up here.
We go, Loco.
So Jackson Dane on our blue line. We're out there with Gabe, Eli, and Nolan. Face-off 1 comes back, but saved by Huey. Nice job. Because it's one of those like where the puck comes right in the middle and then no one goes to go get it because they all think the other one's going to go get it. We just got to be aggressive and someone's got to go for that and not wait for their partner to get it. So lucky again, but nice job, Huey, saving their butt on that one for sure. Pop down deep by Littleton. Dane working in the slot. Good stick lift by Jackson. Good stick lift again up front. And they're able to still hold on to it in the slot. Good stick lift again. 3 stick lifts in a row by the defense to keep dangerous pucks away from our goal. And then Dane able to pop it down loose. So Nolan trying to hassle him here on the breakout. As it comes out, nice kickoff by Eli. Eli gets shoved into the board. And Nolan's still working down deep. And puck comes out and all the way down. This should be an icing.
Go. Third line, another penalty.
There you go. I was about to say, don't say that. All right, Alex, Max, and Logan. Nicholas out there with Noah. 5 minutes left here in the second. Face-off won by Littleton as they dump it behind their net and swinging around the boards. Nicholas couldn't quite get to this, but the ref helped us out on a little bit of a pick, so Nicholas able to get it, gets it over to Noah. Noah accidentally rang it up with his stick like a ramp, shin into the point, but missed pass by Littleton as they send it all the way down and have to go recollect in their zone. Nice pressure by Logan, Maxim, and Alex able to dump it back down, and then it pops out here. Maxim working, Alex trying to chase him down as it comes across. And shot in, and Huey, no rebound there, gobbles it right up like a sponge.
Good job, boys.
All right, Dane and Declan coming out, Mason, Lucas, and Julian. Face-off won by Littleton, comes back to the point, sent back down deep. Mason trying to get a hold of it here. Lucas grabs a hold of it, dumps it to Littleton. Littleton back to Lucas. Lucas brings it into the zone, trying to drop it to someone. No one was quite there. Declan with that long stick. Nice job, Declan. He sends it across the crease, no one home. And Littleton able to pop it out here. Mason grabbing this on the back end. He shovels it over for Dane. Dane cross ice, saucer pass to Lucas, or Mason is able to knock it down. Nice job by Mason, plucks that out of the air. Mason now in the corner, drops it for Lucas. Lucas had to hit it off his shin guard though. Kind of hard to grab that one. He did the best he could. And Littleton on the breakout. Dane having to try to go get this here. Gets it to the point, not out. Comes all the way across the ice. Declan with that big stick. Oh, didn't work that time. And back behind the net goes Littleton. Shoved off the puck by Mason. Good job by Mason. And then Declan's just going to ice the puck, which is fine. But that group's been out there for a little while, so we'll take that icing all day, every day. All right, Jackson Noah coming out on the ice for our blue line. And then we got Gabe, Eli, and Nolan. face off. Jackson getting a hold of this along the boards, gets it back up to Gabe. Jackson gets it, knocks it over to Eli for the breakout here. Eli bringing it in, just by one. Goes around the net, gets it knocked off his puck, but maintains control, trying to get a hold of it. And dumps it back in the corner. Good job by Eli. Nolan trying to get a hold of it. Gabriel bringing around the board. Can't quite get held in by Noah as it comes all the way down. Icing probably waved off there. And Noah can't. Noah, good job. There you go. Noah gets a hold of it. And he's able to muscle his way. I just love when Noah turns into a bull. Shot saved by Huey. Sticks by Jackson to the corner. Jackson they're able to get it up, but then Littleton sends it back down. Noah's going to have to go grab this in the corner here. Gabe down deep now. Nice hustle by Gabe. Good speed to get to that puck first. Oops, he overskates the puck here. And now they're able to knock it in. Luckily they missed. And send up the ice for an icing. Oh, Littleton plays it. So no icing. And Gabe there goes to get it. Gabe trying to get a hold of this thing. Comes out. Jackson grabs a hold of it. He shovels it into the point. And he's going to bring it back around, trying to drop it to Alex. And back across the other side here. Littleton not able to hold on to it. Comes out to Noah. Noah kind of fumbled it and then grabbed it again and put it on the backhand. Noah again. Can't quite get it out. It's popped down deep. Noah's been out there for a while. He's hustling hard. Gets a little bit of space. Oh, and then just shoves the guy over. And off the boards. And they're going to send it in through the screen. Huey able to see it. Nice track job by Huey to save that one. Oh, God. Bodies on the ice all over the place. Sent up. Guys, out of his own voice. All right, Logan not able to get it out. Shot in. Saved by Huey. Big save. Nice job, Nicholas. Forwards are changing. Luckily, they plugged the pass. And Nicholas putting it in on net. So, again, kind of just hanging on by the skin of our teeth here. About 1 minute left here in the period. Declan and Dane out there, Julian, Lucas, and Mason. Face-off stays in the dot. Still in the dot. Nice battle by Mason. Mason now chasing it down in the corner. They bring it around the board. Julian trying to get it to the other side. He does get to it. And Littleton able to take it out here. Send it across. Oh, stick down by Lucas. Stick aside by Declan. Good job. And back along the boards. Littleton able to pick it up here. Still in the corner. Up in. Oh, that's a hand pass, but no call. Oh, I guess in the defensive zone you can hand pass it. I didn't know that. Mason. He's got Lucas in front. Oh, Rock is splitting. So we're going to go on the power play again, but unfortunately these guys probably need a little bit of a break. So second unit coming on at least to start with here. Oh, just kidding. I think there's only 14 seconds left, so they're just telling the first unit to stay on.
Let's go.
Face-off, stays in the dot, gets it out to Lucas, Lucas shoots it, goes wide. Gabe trying to pluck that.
Oh, good job, Gabe.
Not bad,
That's good. Yeah.
but saved by the goalie here.
Get a good angle. Sneak it in.
5 seconds left here. We should just line everybody up on one side of the puck and just have the face-off guy try to win it. Face-off stays in the dots, and they're just going to put off the board. And that's going to do it for the second period.
I know. I know. There's
There's no
play here. Littleton wins it, and they just shove it down deep, so we're going to have to go collect it and start over again. Lucas on the breakout here. Sends it off to Gabe. Gabe with ice. Gabe into the zone. He makes his way to the slot. Ooh. He's able to maintain control, get over to Lucas. Lucas to Mason, and we are set up. Mason back for Lucas. Lucas back for Mason. Mason sends it cross ice to Gabe. Gabe one times it, but got deflected by a stick. Declan trying to get it back up. Gabe back to Declan here. Back up to Gabe. I think, not quite sure that was where they wanted to go. Luke having to get back here. Mason grabs this now. Mason on the breakout. Julian, you got a kid behind you. There he goes. He makes it into the zone. Oh, drops it off to Gabe. Unfortunately, there's a player right there. Back up ice we go. Lucas now. Give it to Mason. Got Eli out there. Mason able to get through a couple bodies, but not that last one. And Littleton sends it down, but plucked off by Eli. Good job by Eli. Trying to maintain control. Maxim in there now. Eli comes out with his shot, saved by the goalie. All right, second unit out there. They got 20 seconds here. Eli, Maxim, Nolan, Jackson, and Noah. Faceoff goes to Littleton, and they just send it out of the zone. Kept in by Noah. Noah shoots it, goes wide. Jackson going to get this here. He's able to knock it into the corner. He brings it out, or brings it behind the net, gets it over to Nolan. Nolan loses it. And Littleton able to shove it out of the zone. So that's going to do it on the power play. Unfortunately, not able to convert on that one. Eli loses a hold of it, but gets it back. And then he gets shoved off the puck. Does come out of the zone here. Puck's on the stick. Jackson grabs it here. Grabs it off the boards to Noah. Good job. Jackson to maintain control. Noah now can't quite. We're holding on to the puck just a little too long. Got to make our decisions just a little quicker. Off the boards again. Jackson trying to knock it up. Slot saved by Huey. Good job by Huey. Save it. Nolan now. Nolan knocks it to himself into the corner, trying to center it. Not a bad idea. Couldn't quite get it. Nicky in there. Nicky sends it towards the net. It gets deflected wide. And comes out. Dane grabs this. And he going to pass it though, and kind of couldn't quite get the pass where he wanted it. Littleton shot. Huey gobbles this up. All right, Gabe's out there with Logan and Alex, and we got Dane and Nicholas. Face off into the corner, and Nicky grabs it. He goes off the board for Logan. Logan's trying to pop it up. Can't quite get it there. Back to Nicholas. Nicholas behind the boards to Dane. Dane up to Alex. Alex chips it up. This is going to be an icing. All right, Julian, Mason, and Lucas coming out. Nicholas and Dane staying. Face-off comes into the corner. Holds and drops it down. Julian got in the way of that one. Julian pinches his guy off, trying to get a hold of it. Lucas is able to get it. Julian and Lucas able to get it out of the zone, kind of working together there. But still in neutral ice. It comes back in. Dane picks it up the glass. Julian not able to get there. Shot in, deflected wide. Opposite corner, there goes Mason. Nice job by Mason. Lucas springs Lucas. Lucas back to Mason. Mason shot. Oh, beautiful. Nice job, Mason to Lucas. Lucas back to Mason, and Mason rings it around for the home run. Touched all the bases on that one, I think. Did he hit all 3 poles?
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Well, I think.
Yeah.
Where you go, Loco?
All right, Gabe out there. Eli and Nolan wins it. Comes out to Jackson. Jackson off the board. Doesn't hit it hard enough. And Littleton grabs it. They dump it back in. Declan back there. He rings it around the board for Eli. Eli can't quite get a hold of it. Saved in front by Huey. He's just going to close it up. Huey having a great game so far. Face-off comes out to the point, sent along the boards here. Passes along the other side. Nolan trying to poke it. Can't get it. Jackson picks it up to Nolan. Nolan able to now chip it out. Nice poke again by Nolan. Along the boards, Jackson able to work it. And Littleton having to regroup, and they're just going to dump it in on Huey, and he's going to gobble it up and give it to Declan. Declan looking along the boards for Eli. Eli able to get it past one, not the second one. In on Huey again, saved. Jackson's trying to pick this up. Working on 2 guys as it comes out to the corner. Shot in, saved by Huey in front. Sticked up by Declan and out of the zone it comes. And Nolan's going to go get it. Nolan in the foot race. Nice job by Nolan. Good hustle. And back in it goes. That kid just totally slashed Jackson's shin guard there. Jackson bringing it back out. Gets pushed to the boards. And they're going to go cross pass. We got a totally offside, but we got to watch that kid. That kid's a cherry picker. That's the second time he's done that. Noah holds on to it, off the boards, pings it off the ref's shin guards. Thank you very much. Back up, sorry, we got Max and Alex Logan out there, Noah and Nicholas. Littleton works their way in. Noah just takes the body. Nice decision. Works their way in on Logan. Little extracurriculars behind. Nice save by Huey. Excellent job. Alex trying to get to this now. Comes down and gets sent out by Nikki. I think this is on target. Oh, almost on target. Nice try, Nikki. So icing the puck is going to come back. Mason, Lucas, Julian out there. 11 minutes left here. Loco's up 3-0. Face off, goes into the corner. Nikki trying to go get a hold of it. Nikki able to shovel it to Dane. Nice job. Dane trying to get it back to Nicholas. And Littleton's there. Nicholas trying to win it back here. Littleton shoves it back down to Mason. Mason pops it out to Lucas. Lucas trying to pop it up for Julian to grab it. Julian does get it. Gets hit off his stick there into the corner. Getting some help though from Julian, gets it back. Trying to pass it off. Dane holds it in the zone. Good job by Dane. Julian now along the boards. Picked up by Lucas. Trying the centering pass, but Mason had just exited that spot. And being called as Littleton going to go sit. As I think Julian drew that penalty. So it looks like we're actually going to start with the second unit to start with, because most of that group had been out there for about a minute and a half. So the second group to start, probably get about 30 seconds before they got to rotate out here. You got Eli, Maxim, Nolan out there with Jackson and Noah. Face off one. Maxim trying to get a hold of it. Littleton able to get it, and they send it down. Noah goes to deflect this. Noah's going to bring this up. He's going to get a lot of speed. It's a Big body coming at these kids. But Littleton able to grab it and send it all the way down. Jackson grabs it now. He's going to take it up. Gets it over to Eli. Eli dumps it in the zone, and we're going to start the change here. Noah unable to keep it in. As we're going to get a full change out and get the first unit on. Gabe grabs this, and he's going to get some speed, and he's going to bring it up. It hits it off the back of his skate, unfortunately. But then gets it back. Good job by Gabe. Dumps it back to Julian. Julian can't quite hold on to it as it comes out again. So we haven't got set up yet. About a minute gone here in the penalty. Hits it off of Julian's skate and back up. And all the way down. Not our prettiest power play so far. Jackson sending it up for Mason. Mason trying to take it in. Nice job by Mason. Collects it. Into the corner, back to Lucas, and we are now set up. Mason back to Lucas. It was a hard one for Lucas to handle. Gets to Gabe. Gabe back to Lucas. Lucas back to Mason. Mason back to Lucas. Lucas shoots it in. Nice slow shot. Not a bad idea. Saved by the goalie, though. Coming back out. Mason down to Julian. Hits off of Julian. Actually, Julian was trying to pass it to Mason. I think it hit off the ref's skate. Centering pass to Gabe. It's in there. Puck's loose. And all right. Smart for Julian to let go. So 7 seconds left here on the power play. Sending out Dana and Nicholas, Logan, Alex, and Maxim. Face off. Comes over to the corner. Nicholas activates, but able to get past him. But there's Logan. Power play over. Logan. Aaron pass, but nice shove. Good job, Logan. Mistakes are going to happen, but Logan worked his butt off to try to get that thing back. Saved by Huey. Nicholas having to work here in the corner. They dump it down deep. Dane grabbing it other side. He shoves it up for Alex. Alex trying to chip it loose. Can't quite do it. Put back in. Good job by Maxim. Getting it to Alex. Alex able to bring it out of the zone. Loses it there at the red line. Maxim again like a bowling ball. Nice work by Maxim, and then the kid takes his stick. Maxim without his stick for the moment. He's got to go back and get it. And I think the ref's going to call a penalty. Maxim taking a penalty for interference. We got Eli Nolan out there, I think, with Noah and Jackson. Faceoff comes out, goes into the corner, and Middleton brings it down to the point. Brings it along, picked off, Aaron pass. Eli able to bring it out of the zone. Eli able to hold on to it. He's in the slot. Oh, Nolan now gets it. He puts it down deep. And Littleton having to work on their breakout. Good job by those two. Those two have got some chemistry together. They do pretty well together on the PK here. And Littleton now on their breakout. They're going to work in on Noah. But Noah says no. Jackson grabs it, and he just clears it down. We're going to get a partial change here of our forward pairing, at least. Gabe and Julian out on the ice now. Littleton dumping it into the zone. Huey's going to play it. He's going to ring it off the glass. Not a problem there. And now our defensive pairing able to get a break. So 4 fresh bodies on the ice with a minute left here in the PK. Got Declan and Dane out. Julian and Gabe's still out there. As they send it across. Picked off by Gabe. Sends it up. Has to collect his stick here. He's playing like a blind man with the wrong side of the stick. There he goes. He flipped it back around. Out to the dot, shot in. Huey's just going to gobble this up. No rebound. Tell you what, Jackson's like a sponge today, man. All right, Lucas and Mason now coming out. They're probably going to kill off the rest of this penalty here. Faceoff stays in the circle. Littleton able to bring it out to the line here. Good pressure by Lucas. Nice job, Lucas. Lucas trying to get a hold of it.
Good job, Luke.
Out, that's out, that's out. Yeah, great job by Lucas to get that right out of the zone. And puck coming out.
Here you go, Luke.
And also killed off about 15 seconds. So just over 5 minutes left here, third period. Face off won by Mason, but comes back. Oh, poked up by Dane. And Littleton having to collect back in their own zone. Littleton working their way into the corner here. Dane there. He with the kid. Littleton able to, nice job.
Great job, Dane.
Able to take on both of them. That does come out, but still
nice stick,
up and over. Declan there in the corner. Just a little help from Mason. Mason gets it for Declan. Declan's going to get a hold of this. And he chips it up for Maxim. It's out of the zone, so Littleton having to touch
God,
up.
he was going to cross him. He didn't. Oh, God, that was going to be
Down deep. Declan. Love it, Declan. Oh, and then Lucas sends it in on his own bench. Nails a coach or two, maybe. Penalty's over, though. 5 minutes left. Hopefully everyone's okay. Nicholas and Noah out there. Logan, Alex, and Maxim. Face off in the docks. Maxim trying to get a skate on it there. Noah gets a hold of it. He puts it up the boards. Alex trying to work along the boards here. Littleton coming out with it. Noah trying to get it back. And Littleton sends it off the boards. Defense is able to hold it in. Sent in. Deflected wide. Nicholas off the boards. Trying to get it to Logan. Logan can't quite get it out. Sent in again right off of Nicholas's stick and he chips it, but not out. Too many chances. We got to get this out and get some time here. Littleton's still holding on to it. They kind of fumble it along the glass. They're in the dots now. Send it across. Shot. Goes over. Send it across again. Noah trying to get a hold of it. Blocking the escape. Finally, Nicholas pops it out. And it's going to roll. They're going to say no icing. And we're going to get a full change here. So Eli, Nolan, Gabe coming out. Jackson and Dane as they pop it into the corner. Jackson trying to get a hold of this. Gets it off the boards to Gabe. Gabe trying to look for Nolan. Nolan able to get this. Nolan off the glass and down deep. Eli chasing it in here. As Littleton tries to send it out. Dane holds it in at the point and sent back in. We go along the boards. Jackson activates. Takes it. Loses it. Eli with him. Someone's got to come up here to cover the point. Dane keeping it in. And Littleton works on their breakout. They go off the glass. I don't know what that hit. A piece of metal? It sounded real funny and bounced off awkwardly to stay in the zone here. Littleton now sends it all the way down the ice. Littleton able to get one in.
Right, Jackson.
Jackson made the first save, but there was just too much black around him. So Littleton on the board, 3-1, 3 minutes left here. Mason, Julie, and Lucas out there. Nicholas and Declan. Mason along the boards looking for Julian. Julian's trying to pop it up. He is able to pop it up. As it rolls in, no icing. Along the boards again. And all the way down the ice. Should be an icing. As it was sent it down by Littleton, but no icing called. Comes out to Nicholas. Nicholas popping it up. Ices the puck. All right, looks like we're going to get a timeout called here. .226 left. Littleton's probably going to start pulling their goalie here. All right, Jackson Miller out on the ice, Julian, Lucas, and Mason. Face-off comes to Noah. Noah off the boards and out. It's going to
play.
icing.
Take 10 more. Just keep winning the face-off and icing it. Chill 10 seconds.
Face-off comes out to Noah. Noah maybe got away with a little bit of a trick. Lucas gets it, and he shovels it down for an icing.
All right, let's go, let's go. Keep killing 10 seconds.
Face-off comes to the corner. Trying to get a hold of it. Mason there. Comes out. Julian sends it up ice for an icing.
Let's go, let's go.
All right, face off again. Comes out. Jackson sends in. In the slot. Jackson pokes it out. Still in the middle there. Lucas ices the puck.
Holy crap. Get it out of the middle. What are you doing?
All right, we're down to 140. Face off. Noah shoves his guy off the puck and flips it out. It's rolling. It's rolling. Oh, icing. Guess we killed about a minute so far.
Probably the longest.
It's going to be the longest 2.5 minutes ever. Face off. Noah shoves his guy off. Mason getting it. Mason trying to just hold it in the corner. Sent out to the point. Sends across. Blocked by Julian in front. Mason gets it. Julian gets it. Can't quite get it up. Lucas gets a hold of it. And he sends it up and ices the puck. Oh my God. I think Peter's telling these kids to skate it. And no one wants to skate it. They want to shoot it from 150 feet away. All right, down to just over a minute here. We got a full change. We got Gabe, Nolan, Eli out there. Declan and Dane. Into the corner it goes. Comes out. Eli gets a hold of it. Eli shoots it. Eli scores. Finally, good job, Eli. That should do it. That should be the icing on the cake. Face-off comes over. Dane's going to go get this. Dane off the boards. Trying to get it up to Nolan. Comes down deep. Dane sending it across for Gabe. And back down. Declan off the boards for Eli. Comes back in. Declan, he's going to skate with it a little bit. And he's going to pop it up. And this is going to ice. They call off the icing. 30 seconds left here. Up front, Gabe almost getting another one. Loose in the slot. Eli, rolling puck, hard to get a hold of. Eli again, sends it up front, no one in the crease. Declan down low. Gabe gets it down. And Littleton coming out. Held in by Nolan. Good job by Nolan. Nolan down deep. 8 seconds left. Littleton on the breakout. Aaron pass. No icing, but that's going to do it. Nice win by Lopez. Great game. Good team win.